Hi, my name is Anna. I'm a user experience and interface designer. And in today's video, I want to begin the conversation regarding what UX and UI is about. We are going to define them a little bit, but in following videos, we are going to talk about them a little bit more in depth. First, a little bit of history. The first graphic user interface, or GUI, was developed by Xerox PARC for the computer Xerox Alto in 1973. This computer had a vertical monitor, a keyboard, and a mouse for the user to interact with it. This, according to the legends, was the same computer Steve Jobs based the Apple Lisa, Macintosh OS, and Macintosh GUI. Before this, all the interactions were done through the command line interface. That meant that the user needed to know how to code in order to do even the most basic tasks. The graphic interface allowed the user to be able to interact with a computer without the technological background it required before, through the use of menus, icons, and buttons. In the early 90s, Don Norman, a cognitive scientist that worked for Apple, defined user experience as follows. User experience encompasses all aspects of the end user's interactions with the company, its services, and its products. This means that user experience doesn't only belong to the digital world, it also is represented in the physical world through the company, the employees, and every experience a person has with them. On the other hand, user interface design is 100% digital. It's more than making just aesthetically pleasant products, and it involves usability. It means that a designer has to have in mind the way a user is going to interact with the interface and guide them through the process of the task that they want to do. Both roles are really important through the design process. If, for example, during the planification of the user experience of an e-commerce, we don't have in mind that a person might want to add more than one product to a shopping cart, it's difficult that through the UI we could alleviate the frustration a person might gain from this. Likewise, in the user interface design, we have to have in mind the accessibility and the usability of a product. That means that if a person is colorblind, they might have a difficult time using our website or application if we choose poorly the colors that we are going to use. These are two roles that are independent, but they are really related to one another. In our next video, we are going to talk a little bit more about the design process and where these roles fit and the methodologies that we use when designing applications. If you like this content, I would appreciate if you give it a like, if you subscribe, and if you share it with someone. And I will be looking at your suggestions and comments. So thank you and see you in the next one. Bye.